Dear friends, I am glad to introduce Indian management to you people. We have learnt about Western management in India. Modern management was imported from the USA in the mid-60s when IIMs were established. IIM Ahmedabad was established in collaboration with the Harvard Business School, USA, and IIM Calcutta was established in collaboration of MIT, USA. It was assumed that Indian culture does not have anything to offer for management, which was an intentional blunder committed by the then leadership of our country. I am glad to note that the new education policy 2020 is a landmark development in history of education in India. Now, right from school education to higher education and research, lot of fundamental changes are going to take place. Management education will also be affected by it like any other branch of higher education, professional and technical education, because now we have to explore management from our Indian scriptures. Culture-based inputs are to be provided in all disciplines. Now, it is a big challenge for researchers to explore India's contribution in different fields of studies, including management. We know that Western management is dominating the scene world over. European management is not actually management, but they use the term administration. The administration is equivalent to top management from their viewpoint, and management is executive function. In USA, the American management is different in this matter. Management means top management, and administration is equivalent to the executive function. It was a controversial issue in the field of management whether management is general or it is culture bound. Management principles are general, but in fact the practice of management is markedly affected by culture of a country. Japan has proved it by development of Japanese management as a separate branch of practice and study both. It has fundamental differences with the Western and European management. Now, as part of cultural revival in India, new education policy emphasizes on inclusion of India's contribution in different fields of studies. From this viewpoint, several scholars in India have worked on the theme of developing Indian management as a distinct culture-based type of management How Indian management is different from Western management, we will take certain points, landmark points, and try to prove that Indian management is fundamentally different from Western management on several counts. Western management is not based on any scriptures, but Indian management's roots lie in our Vedic scriptures. Namely, we have four Vedas. There are Upavedas also, and we have six Vedangas, 108 Upanishads, of which 10 are considered to be main. We have 18 Purans. Up-Purans are also there. We have two main epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. Host of saintly literature of Tulsi, Dadu, Nanak, Kabir, Sundar Das. Then Jain Agams are there. Buddhist literature is there. Guru Granth Sahib is there. And there can be other sources of Indian ethos. Bible and Quran and Sufi literature. Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb is also there. Then Niti Shastras, about 39 Niti Shastra books are available. Prominent amongst them are Kautilya Arthashastra, Chanakya Niti, Manu Smriti, Yagvalkya Smriti. Then Yog Vasishtha or Maharamayana is there on mind management. Shukra Niti is also available there in book form. Brihaspati Niti is not available in book form, but its references are there in several Puranas, and mainly in Garud Puran we will find its references. In India, there has been a convention of Prasthantrayi. Whosoever wants to become Jagadguru Shankaracharya, he had to pen down Upanishada, Gita, and Brahma Sutras. They have to write their own commentaries, and they have to expose their own Vedantic philosophy in its own manner. So best exposition of Vedantic philosophy is found in Gita or Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas is available in Hindi. It is also the essence of Vedas and Vedantas in simple Hindi verses, which can be used by a common man. In Tamil Nadu, the Kurul is available. It is also a good source of Indian ethics. We have several symbolic role models like Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, Lord Hanuman, Lord Ganesha. And then we have Durga Saptashati, which provides detailed description of supreme leadership of Mother Goddess Durga or Amba. So women leadership is also depicted very well. So we can derive lot of knowledge about management. What was the state of knowledge of management in India in Mahabharata Kal? It is very well illustrated or rather described in Mahabharata epic. Vidur Niti is an important part of it, and our research work on this managerial analysis of Vidurniti has been recently published by myself and Professor Dr. Pratap Singh Chauhan, Vice Chancellor of Godhra University, Gujarat. What was the state of knowledge of management in India in Treta Yuga or Ramayana Kal? It is very well described in Valmiki Ramayana. On that also a research project has been completed by me, and it has been published by myself and Professor Pratap Singh Chauhan recently. It is managerial analysis of Valmiki Ramayana. So now literature is growing, and it is right time to talk about Indian management. I am glad that a book with the same title of Indian management has been published by my friend Dr. Subhash Sharma, the director of Indi Business Academy of Bangalore and New Delhi. It is a well-written exposition of Indian management. What are its principles? That too. My own book titled Business Ethics, Corporate Governance, CSR, including Indian Ethics and Values, has been published by MISA Publications, a part of Friends Publications, New Delhi. It contains chapter 10 on Indian management, in which all sources and features of Indian management have been described. Now I come to the main theme of my lecture of today, that what are the important or significant differences between Western management and Indian management, and can we say that Indian management will prove to be the better alternative for the world, because Western management has come to great stress and strain. Global crisis is in our recent memory, subprime crisis of USA. World is again facing the prospects of recessionary trends. It means Western management is not sustainable. Western world itself is in search of some viable alternative to their own management. Western management's important features may be listed as: it talks about managing others, not self. It talks about producing results. Then competition is the basic foundation on which it lies. It talks about survival of the fittest. Competition means stress is very much there, and stress management is a big challenge in Western management world. It is a global problem nowadays. Western management talks about attaining excellence through material resources or material inputs mainly. Human excellence is also there, but mainly the material resources are in focus. Then it has a theory of motivation. Then control and supervision, regulation by law and market is provided. Focus is on individual performance and individual rewards and punishment. Leadership is based on the concept of leading by authority or orders. Segmental knowledge is emphasized. skill-based work allocation is there. Secular values dominate the whole theory of Western management. Left brain's domination is there. Right brain's role is limited to about 20% only. 80% is based on left brain. Then it is exclusive, not inclusive. Now, when we talk about Indian management, the important features of Indian management will be, it will start with managing of self. First you manage yourself and then you will be able to manage your subordinates and others. Second important principle of Indian management will be, rather than producing results only, we have to produce the performers. We have to develop performers. Third important feature will be, in place of competition, Indian management is based on the principle of cooperation, and instead of stress, it aims at happiness. How to increase prosperity and happiness, not only material progress through competition and stress. So far as excellence is concerned, Western management is mainly dependent on material inputs, whereas in Indian management, excellence is achieved by evenness of mind and detailed action. Mind management is emphasized more, even more than human resource development only. Then, instead of motivation of Western management, Indian management is based on inspiration. Both are fundamentally different. Motivation is material and external. It is not sustainable also. Once a goal is achieved, after that it becomes a demotivating factor. Then you have to search for the new goal. In case of inspiration, it is internal. It is from our inner self, soul itself, and it is not dependent on material benefits, fear element, etc. It is an individual commitment based on his own inner self, soul. So external incentives are not needed, disincentives are also not needed in case of inspiration. And best example of inspirational leadership is Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, how a warrior like Arjun, who surrendered completely, he was guided and led to the victory by a selfless